Wholesaling has become one of the most talked about strategies in real estate over the past decade, with many investors claiming it's the fastest and lowest risk way to get started. In its simplest form, wholesaling involves finding a property at a deeply discounted price, putting it under contract, and then assigning that contract to another buyer, usually a real estate investor, at a higher price. The wholesaler pockets the difference as profit. No renovation costs, no long-term holding, and in many cases, no need to even own the property. This model has attracted thousands of new players into the market, especially in the United States, where in 2023 alone, over 30% of first-time investors reported wholesaling as their entry point into real estate. The appeal is clear. The startup costs can be minimal compared to traditional property investment. According to a National Association of Realtors (NAR) survey, 62% of wholesalers reported spending less than $5,000 to get their first deal, often limited to marketing expenses, earnest money deposits, and contract preparation. Some even start with virtually zero out-of-pocket cost by using option contracts or leveraging buyer funds for the earnest deposit. This low barrier to entry makes wholesaling attractive to people who don't yet have the credit, cash, or experience to buy and rehab properties. To understand how it works, imagine a wholesaler finds a distressed property worth $200,000 in good condition. After assessing the property, they negotiate a purchase contract for $120,000, knowing a local rehab investor would pay $130,000 for it. The wholesaler then assigns the contract to that investor for $130,000 and collects a $10,000 assignment fee. That's the entire transaction. No renovations, no mortgage, no long holding period. Deals like these can close in as little as 7 to 14 days, making wholesaling appealing to those seeking quick returns. However, success in wholesaling hinges on two critical skills: finding motivated sellers and building a network of active buyers. Motivated sellers, often facing foreclosure, divorce, inherited property, or severe repairs, are willing to sell below market value to secure a fast, hassle-free closing. Wholesalers typically find them through direct mail campaigns, cold calling, driving for dollars, physically scouting neighborhoods for rundown properties, or online ads. Statistics show that direct mail remains one of the highest converting marketing channels for wholesalers, with average response rates between 1% and 4%, meaning a well-targeted list of 1,000 homeowners could yield 10 to 40 leads. On the buyer side, a strong list of cash-ready investors is essential. This list might include flippers, landlords, or hedge funds specializing in distressed assets. Networking at local real estate investor association (REIA), meetings using platforms like BiggerPockets, and attending foreclosure auctions are proven ways to build this network. In competitive markets like Phoenix, Atlanta, and Dallas, where investor activity is high, wholesalers often pre-sell contracts to known buyers within hours of securing them, reducing risk and ensuring faster closings. It's also important to address the legal landscape. Wholesaling exists in a gray area in some states, and several jurisdictions have begun implementing stricter regulations. For example, Illinois requires a real estate license to wholesale more than one property per year, while Oklahoma passed a law in 2021 mandating clear disclosures that the wholesaler is selling their contractual interest, not the property itself. In Pennsylvania, the Attorney General's office has pursued wholesalers for deceptive practices if they fail to make these distinctions. Therefore, anyone considering wholesaling must research state-specific laws and consider working with an attorney to draft compliant contracts. While wholesaling can be lucrative, it's not without its challenges. One major risk is overestimating a property's after-repair value, ARV, or underestimating repair costs, leading to a deal that no investor wants to buy. Experienced wholesalers mitigate this by using conservative estimates and relying on contractor bids. Another challenge is the competition. Larger, well-funded wholesale operations spend tens of thousands of dollars monthly on marketing, making it harder for beginners to compete for leads. In fact, data from real estate CRM providers shows that top wholesalers often contact a lead 6 to 8 times before closing a deal. Proving persistence is key. Despite these hurdles, the earning potential can be impressive. While beginner wholesalers might average $5,000 to $10,000 per deal, experienced ones in hot markets can earn $20,000 to $50,000 or more, particularly on multi-unit or commercial properties. A 2022 case study from Houston featured a wholesaler who secured a 12-unit apartment complex under contract for $720,000 and assigned it for $800,000, netting an $80,000 profit without ever taking ownership. These examples showcase the scalability of wholesaling for those willing to build systems, hire acquisition teams, and scale marketing. Technology has also transformed the wholesaling industry. Tools like PropStream, Batch Leads, and REI Pro allow wholesalers to quickly pull property records, estimate values, and skip trace owner contact information. Social media, particularly Facebook Marketplace and local buy-sell groups, has become a powerful, free platform for advertising contracts. Some wholesalers even use virtual assistants from overseas to manage lead generation, follow-up calls, and database management, freeing up time for negotiations and relationship building.